Hello everyone! While some scientists spend years chasing after unique natural phenomena, regular folks in our compilation stumble upon these wonders purely by chance. Today, let's take a look at some of the best and rarest ones. Let's get it on. In this video, Bestmediatv tells one in a billion moments in nature. Please like and subscribe the channel for more seeing like these video. Let's start. The Biokovo region is Croatia's second largest mountain range. It runs along the Dalmatian coast of the Adriatic Sea, between the Cetina and Neretva rivers. The gorgeous landscape attracts hikers and climbing enthusiasts from around the world. On June 2nd of 2024, two men were hiking the Biokovo range when they spotted a mountain goat hopping around on the rocks. It must have caused one to slip, because the next thing our hikers knew, a rapid rockslide was heading right for them. Thankfully, it was narrow enough for them to sidestep and enjoy. The sound of the engine running. Now, be honest, if you were there, would you have stuck your foot inside just to see what would happen? It's unclear how long the rockslide went on for. This clip in total is about a minute long. It clearly started before our cameraman began recording and continued long after. From what they could tell, the slide consisted of small rocks on the bottom and larger rocks on the top. It's amazing to think that all those stones were sitting in one place only moments before. All it took was a little push to trigger this wild domino effect. Heading to the glacier in Iceland, they couldn't have imagined what they were about to witness. A massive chunk at least 1,600 feet wide broke off right before the amazed tourists' eyes. Oh my God! Chongqing, China is one of 4 direct-administered municipalities under the Chinese government. The other 3 are Beijing, Shanghai, and Tianjin. It's one of China's largest cities with about 30 million people living in a land area, roughly the size of Austria. Many of those people live in the rural outskirts of Chongqing. Some of them may have been lucky enough to experience this natural phenomenon on May 5th of 2024. It's called a cloud waterfall. According to experts, cloud waterfalls only happen under certain conditions. For starters, they only develop during the clear weather immediately following a heavy rain or snowstorm. That's because the rain and snow work to moisten the lower atmosphere. Then, there's the matter of terrain. Cloud waterfalls only occur over mountain slopes surrounding an elevated plateau, as seen in this video.
Whoa! Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God.
When these conditions are met, clear skies help the air to cool and saturate. Gravity does the rest from there. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long as the clouds evaporate on their way down the mountain. But if you're in the right spot at the right time, you should be able to see this one in a billion moment in all its glory. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, then be sure to click the link on screen now. Isn't an avalanche just like a huge cloud of smoke? It's an amazing display of nature's
Isn't an
power.
avalanche just like a huge cloud of smoke?
But it's best to admire it from a safe distance. They experience long freezing winters and short warm summers. It's not uncommon for layers of ice to form on the Ob River, leading to scenes like this from 2018. It was May when the average temperature in Circuit sits around 58 degrees Fahrenheit. The top layer of ice on the Ob began melting and crashing into the shore. One ice wave eventually grew beyond control and broke through some metal fencing along the barrier wall. So, according to some sources, the local government will occasionally use explosives to combat overflowing ice on the Ob River. We're guessing it's their way of controlling the ice melt to avoid 2018. It was May when the average temperature in Circuit sits around 58 degrees Fahrenheit. And the White Peak, a mix of valleys and gorges rich with limestone. The highest point in the Peak District is a 2,000-foot moorland plateau called Kinder Scout. It's also where you'll find Kinder Downfall, the tallest waterfall in the Peak District. The near 100-foot waterfall attracts tourists from around the UK because of its strange behavior during windstorms. Talavera, Spain is a small municipality in the state of Rioja Baja. It's home to about 24,000 people who all enjoy a relaxing day in Parque del Chidacos. Unfortunately, their day at the park was ruined on May 14th of 2020 when a small fluff fire broke out. Watch as it burns across the top of the grass, leaving behind an untouched green pasture. How is this even possible? How is this even possible? According to a tree expert at the Australian National University, the white fluff you see on the ground is a mass of tiny fibers meant to carry poplar seeds with the wind. Even a slight gust can carry them far from the mother plant. As we see in this video, those fibers can be highly flammable. It's unclear if someone lit the fire to remove the fluff or if it began accidentally. According to the mayor of Talavera, nothing about this was intentional. The fire department had to swoop in and prevent it from further damaging the park. Look at how thrilling yet frightening the storm looks on the shore. On days like these, folks must regret living so close to the ocean. One of the most fascinating and relatively rare things in nature is thick sea foam. It forms in the surf zone when the water is literally whipped up by the waves, like a cappuccino foam. Although it can cover coastlines, foam is completely harmless to humans. That's why people happily throw foam parties on the beach. Not the most pleasant sight to wake up to in the morning, but in terms of sheer epicness, there's not much else that can rival it. The Peak District is a highlands area in Derbyshire, England. It's divided into two peak areas, the Dark Peak, a moorland covered in gritstone, and the White Peak, a mix of valleys and gorges rich with limestone. The highest point in the Peak District is a 2,000-foot moorland plateau called Kinder Scout. It's also where you'll find Kinder Downfall, the tallest waterfall in the Peak District. The near 100-foot waterfall attracts tourists from around the UK because of its strange behavior during windstorms. The near 100-foot waterfall attracts tourists from around the UK because of its strange behavior during windstorms. Some swear it's the only waterfall on Earth that flows backward.
Thanks for joining. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos.